Hello and welcome back to another video. I did say some time ago this year I was going to have a go again at making a Christmas wreath, and obviously this is going to be done totally on a very tight budget, as I like to try and do with all the videos. You can buy ready-made formers, circles of wire that you then attach your foliage or whatever you want to put on your wreath on. But whether you'll see that, I have quickly made a circular former for my wreath there, wreath I should say, out of some garden wire, some green, quite thick on the outside circles and the inner circles, and then tied it in with some thinner garden green wire, which I've got about. I haven't had to go and buy that. I use that around the garden occasionally, and I've got plenty of it. I simply put that round to get the bigger circle. I put it round a garden tub, and then use the bucket to get the inner circle, and got two rough circles there, and then tied them together with the wire round. So you can buy these, but I've made it. So this is all going to be, the whole lot of this is going to be handmade. I've got lots of different foliage here that we'll have a look at perhaps as we go along. I think what I'm going to do to start with, and obviously I'll cut in and out because it's going to take me some time, but I'm going to try and get a whole green circle of holly and ivy round my outer and cover this up, and then add some sort of finishing touches of little bunches of other greenery around. So I certainly want to sort of try and fill this outer circle first with holly and ivy. So as I say, when I've got that on, or getting on with it, I'll come back and show you how it's going. This is the first time in many years that I've done one of these, so it may take me a little while to get back into the swing of doing it. So I've been adding bits and pieces, and this is the sort of the first start of my outline, in a very rough. You can see I've got, it's quite difficult. I mean, to tie it on, you'll have to get some thinner wire. I've got some very thin green wire there, just to tie into your outer hoops there. I was just trying to get some greenery around as a base to start, and it's getting there. Obviously plants, they never grow quite how you want them, but yeah, it's got the basis there of being something, I think, at the moment. So I'll continue on. What now? I've got some nice conifer here, and I might take like some nice little bits of yew tree there. I might sort of make a bunch up like this, and a little bit of that at the back probably. This is another shrub here. You can be brutal with it. You just sort of rip it about a bit, and like so. You're trying to make like little groups up, and then any of your berry bits that you want with the bright, you want at the front there. So I've got some holly, which has got some lovely berries on still this year, and so I get big that bit. Got to cut some of this down a little bit, so that's quite a nice bit there. With secateurs you can just go at it and cut away, and it's not a disaster if it doesn't fit, quite to your requirements. So when you've got some little groups like that, you can start then to lay them into your wreath more like that, and then you can wire those in and you'll have to secure them. In fact, I'm going to cut a bit of wire off and do that. Some people hook the wire to their loop and then take the wire right round, but my wire roll is rather big to do that, so I'm going to sort of wire that in there to my main wreath there, to my loop there. Obviously you want it quite to be able to stand, you know, you're going to put it outside, you've got to remember, you know, it's going to have some wind blowing on it, so you want it quite, you know. So then basically, we just do another one of those. You can vary it a little bit, you know, I could put some of this in for a change at the back. Another good shrub flower arranging. You know, another good evergreen. And you just keep making your little groups of plants up. A bit more yew there as well, like so. Another little sort of bunch there. A bit more holly with the berries on at the front. We've got some, yes we have there, like so. We might need to cut that bit off there. And as I say, just basically keep working those around your wreath and working them in there, and then, as I say, wiring them in onto your wreath former, your circles. So I'll come back, I'll get this wired in, and I'll do a few more, then show you again. So I've been building up my little, as I say, little groups, you know, like I said to you, you want to build up your little groups, you know, of individual items, and then work them around your former, your circle. And I mean, this is a very rough idea of what I've got so far, and I'm quite pleased with that for a first attempt. It needs a little bit of tweaking, I think, here and there, and I've got it nicely wired into my form. I don't quite know which way round you would put it, it doesn't really matter, but it would hang, it's self-supporting. I've got an awful lot of foliage in there. I've probably gone a bit too much with the foliage, I think, but yeah, as a first try, it just shows you, I think it's worth having a go at these things, isn't it? You know, and this has cost me absolutely nothing. Everything you see here is little offcuts from the garden, which certainly won't hurt the trees and shrubs. And as I've got the garden wire, and so, you know, yeah, it's hanging there okay, and it's well wired on. Don't know actually whether it wouldn't look better that way, actually, he says. Probably, but we'll find some way to hang that up anyway, and I'm quite pleased with that as a first attempt. As I say, it's many years. I used to find it easier. And if you've got a lot of like conifers, Leylandi are very good actually, particularly the dark green ones. You can form a lovely, if you go round your outer diameter of your circle and fill that in with like conifer to start with, that gives you a lovely base, and then wire that in, and then you can put your little groups, as I say, wire your little groups then into that. I was always struggling now, like a lot of people, cut all my conifers down over the years, and got limited numbers of conifers. But yeah, I mean, that looks very Christmassy, and there we go, it's well wired up at the back. So I'm quite pleased with that for a first attempt, and it's worth having a go at these things, isn't it? As I say, very easy to do, you know, make a couple of circles of garden wire and wire them together then, and then just fill in and wire your chosen shrubs and plants in that, I mean, I've got one or two bits of ivy there that are sticking out that want to, but the beauty of greenery is you can just get your secateurs and prune it to your liking. You know, if you've got some things that are a bit big and some things that are a bit, you know, small, just put another little bit in there and fill a gap in. So yeah, there we go. I think actually that would be the better That is the better way, that way, definitely. But so yeah, that's my first attempt for many years at making I'm not going to call it probably a Christmas, but a winter wreath to hang on your wherever. I mean, the trouble is if you hang it inside, it's not going to last long. You know, the holly berries soon shrivel and fall off this time of year. But if you hung it outside, you know, it would last certainly until Christmas. So there we go. Certainly worth having a go, and I can see one or two more little bits that I need to fill in and just make it a bit more presentable. So I hope you enjoy that anyway, and it's just something, you know, it's as I say, very easy to have a go at these things and see how you get on. I'm a great believer, if you don't try, you know, you never know, and you don't learn, do you? You only learn by doing these things, and you learn by your mistakes, which is very true in life. So there we go, and hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll be back soon with another video anyway, and bye for now.